Hey everyone. So let's draw some female hands in this video. And yeah, just let's start. And you always see me drawing with the construction shapes and etc. But often when I start drawing, and especially when I don't know perfectly what I'm going to draw, I start really rough to find what I'm going to draw. But when you are learning, it's really good to try and follow the images from the ebook I'm always sending. And of course, you can follow along here, but as you probably will see, along the way, I will change some stuff. So yeah, bear that bit in mind. So here, I think I'm going to draw a female hand like this. So I can also change maybe the angle a little bit. Yeah, maybe it's interesting to draw it from this side. So I like to flip the drawing I'm making to see if it's working or not. So here, let's see. And I'm going for a cartoony look. So I don't want too much details. So here, let's see, what kind of nails do I want? Not really sure yet, but let's start with this. And let's draw a finger here. This finger is a little bit longer. So I think I want to make it round like this here. So this might be a bit too pointy. We make this a little bit less long. But here I'm tweaking. And when I'm drawing on paper, I actually make less tweaks. But that's also really good because then you are, yeah, it's making a mistake is then a little bit more punishing. So it's harder, but on the other hand, I think it really helps you learn to draw well on drawing on paper because it's so easy on a computer to change stuff. So here, so what I would recommend is to, when you are drawing on a tablet or behind a computer, watch out with, yeah, trying to change stuff to the perfect, especially when you did try a couple of things and then it doesn't work. I think it's really good to try and tweak stuff when you can change it. But after a couple of tries and it doesn't work, try the best you can and move on. Maybe I want to have this finger a little bit longer. So here. Let's flip it. Rotate it a little bit like this here. Let's see. Let's see. So here, doing this nail. Like this here. This is a hard corner, but here it goes nice and round. And here, I don't want to show all the knuckles and stuff. So here, up and to this point. And then here, this line going down through here, this point. Here is this line. And this going here. Then I move this line here. I want to have the pointy. I think that's cool to have the pointy line there. And here. So I think those nice flowing lines, elegant lines, will work nice for female hands. So here. So trying to avoid really sharp corners. Then here, this finger here. This nail, this round nail. This. And then this line. Going here. This line. Here. And this goes up. Goes here. And like this here. And this line goes down here. And then we have this shape. And this line goes here. Then this line here. So what I can do now is start coloring it. And sometimes that also helps by checking if you like something or not. Get a bit of sense of the final result. Yep, let's start coloring it. Let's go for a warm brown color. So here, doing this part. And here, this part. So just using the brush because of all those curves. I think that was the easiest way to do this. So here, fill this part. And then here, going down. So what I would recommend is, try to make some pictures of hands. So you can pick, of course, female hands. Maybe ask a family member or friend. Make some pictures of hands. And ask for some different poses. And hands can be really, communicate a lot. Try to find some poses for hands that are telling something. Doesn't have to be that much, but just when they tell just a little bit. Here, I think this is working. Let's take the soft brush. And then let's start this, like here. So, like this here, let's fill this part. Here. And then here, let's maybe make this a little bit darker, this part here, this side as well. And let's do the nails. Let's make this a bit darker. Here. Let's maybe do some highlights. Just a little bit. Maybe we can, with a hard brush, make a little dot. This. Maybe we can make some hard shadow here. like this. Yeah. So a little bit here, maybe here. Not too much, or also to get flat. Let's give those outer lines also some color. Yeah, I think that makes it a little bit more fancier. And of course, those lines I want to have dark red. Uh, so like this color. And yeah, we turn on the first hand. Let's draw another one. But we can also draw old witch hand. I think that would be cool. So here we have this. Let's start going here, here. Just let's start really regular, or a little bit with corners. But I first want to get the overall shape, and later I will start in with details. Here and draw in this finger. Going here. Note how I give each finger a little bit of a different angle. This one goes up, then here, and then this one here. This one goes up, and here, and let's go down. This one goes up or down here. And let's see here, these nails. Yeah, let's make these, let's see. Let's make really long nails here. There's we have long nail here. Nice corners. Hit like this here, and of course we want to see some details like knuckles, because it will give that old feel. Here. And this. Yeah, I think this could work. Maybe a little bit thinner or something. So like this. Erasing those lines a little bit. And let's start drawing in here. Let's do maybe first this. Sometimes it does help to look from different angles. So here maybe showing a little bit of bone. Here, maybe already starting to draw in some details here. So oftentimes I save the details for the last. I think it already will help getting that feeling a little bit. And we can always erase stuff. Yeah, I want to have here a little bit of corner and the shape here. And then a line going like this here. And a line here. Then we have this part here. And then we have a line here. Let's erase this part. A line here. Up here. And then maybe let's see how that works. We can always change it, right? I said before. Making this long. It also sticks out there. And we change it back to see how it goes. And here. This line. Then here it is. Goes this part. And let's see. Then here this line. Goes here. Then here this goes to there, and this pointy here. Let's draw. And there, yeah, I think this could work. But again, I was starting with really basic shapes and starting to put details and stuff on top of it. And you can make it as detailed as you want. I often draw really, more cartoony or really illustrative or graphic. So I try to only add details where really needed. And especially and you can see the difference with that female hand there, and then this female hand, where it's more, using details to really give it that old witch feeling. So here, one here, this one here. I think a little bit more corners as well. So these nails are also a little bit too nice. So let's make them like this here. To feel a little bit more. Maybe I can even these things a little bit. This, there's a line here. And let's see, here's a line. Maybe a line like this here. And let's add some more of these dots. And in a bit we can see what coloring will do. Let's add some here. And yeah. So maybe, let's see. I think this will be a nice spot for this hand. And to make it really which hand? Let's make it green, yellowish green. So something like this. It's almost zombie hands, right? So here, then up. This part. You can also use the lasso tool or even the magic wand tool. I think that's even the most fast way. Here. And again, you can follow along in Procreate or Photoshop like I do here, or even on paper. I would, especially when you're starting out, really focus on the drawing part. Make as much drawings as you can. Follow along with these videos, especially follow along with the images from the ebooks, where I show more the ID process or the thinking process about using shapes. And here you can see more how I actually draw, changing stuff, tweaking stuff. When I'm working for a client, I'm even changing, I'm even more sketchy and more searching. Here I don't want to, here I want to have a high pace or high speed, so it's more interesting to watch. So here we have done these ones. Let's have this shape. And let's use some shadow here. Don't know for sure about the shadow. No. These parts, yeah, like this. And then here use some yellow. And here. And let's use some shadows here. This, some parts here. It also helps a little bit with giving this more older feeling, because you get these hard corners a little bit. I think that will also make it look a little bit more older or something. Yeah, I think it does. So let's use some those brownish dots here. Yeah, I think that looks cool. Maybe some extra. This, let's draw in some lines there. Oh. Let's even draw in some more lines. Let's give some color. Greenish. This big. This here. And let's give some purple. Like this. And we've drawn the witch hand. So here. So like this. And let's continue to next one. Thinking a little bit, what should I try to make? Maybe a hand that is resting. I don't think I've done a lot of those. So collapse this and take brush. this here. This here. Let's just start with some lines. And here. Go up. Let's see this here. So what I often do is a lot of times I just start and keep changing and tweaking until I have something I like. And when I'm really stuck, I start to add more construction shapes and etc. I try to avoid them a little bit because it can make your drawings look really stiff. But when you're starting out, that's not really a bad thing, because I think that's a really good first step to first, yeah, learn that part. So here, yeah, this nice, maybe angle a little bit more like this here. And yeah, I think that should be a little bit longer. And it should be more here. There's this angle. And yeah, let's draw in some nails. And you don't always have to draw in the nails. They don't always need to be that long, of course. Just look at different people, their hands. Everyone does something else with their hands. Also tells a lot about their character, right? So here, so this hand is resting. Keeping the lines now, yeah, simple. Because I'm not going for a really detailed hand. It's semi-cartoony, however you want to call it. Some nice, trying to find some nice lines like this. This hand is relaxing. So this here. And then this goes this point. Then we have this finger. It's the thumb. Maybe it's a bit too far, but maybe the hand could be rotated. Can actually try to move it. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, I think it's fine. Maybe a little bit shorter, a little bit deeper, so you get thinner wrist. I think that's nice. Yeah, like this. And let's start coloring it. So here, and let's do this here, this part here, and let's make this dark or dark. Let's fill this. So here, going up. down. This side, fill it. Up, down. The nails. This part, and here this line. And then yeah, this, and these colors, making this. Sorry, maybe making this a bit lighter here. As maybe a bit more purple. Really light. You know, got these colors. Let's change them like this here. Yeah, this could work. So this. Let's add these lines. Switching a little bit soft. You know what? Let's draw in a ring or something. How it's going to work. I'm never wearing rings, so let's see. I think you wear a ring. This part, right? So here. This working. Let's draw in diamonds. Not too big. What did I got myself into? Had to do maybe some more research for trying this. Also just go really easy and just make a circle, like a pearl or something. Maybe it's not going to work if I make it this big. No, it's too big. Let's make it a bit smaller. Let's put it maybe. I don't like it that we get the tangent in there. Tangent meaning that it's touching the lines. But this could work. Here, this goes here, this goes here. Yeah. Around. And let's see. This gold. It's bluish. Cyan. This. Let's take a soft brush. White. Maybe here. Let's make this yellowish. Oh, press this button so we can paint within that shape. This, and let's add some colors to those lines. Let's make this a little bit bluish like this, maybe a little bit darker. Show this side, and let's add some highlights here. And also maybe here, maybe some reflective light at the edge. Here at the edge, let's make this a little bit darker line. Yeah, that works fine. So let's add some highlights on those nails. Let's make these nail lines a little bit harder here at the top. With this nice shape. And maybe we can add some shadow beneath the hand so you can see that it's a little bit resting on the table or whatever it is. Just a little bit. Like this. Maybe it's soft erasure. Erase it a little bit. Like this. And we've drawn this hand. A little bit smaller, like this here. And we can draw a next one. Let's think, what do we want to draw? Yeah, let's try something else. So I'm just going to start and I will see how that will turn up. So here, fingers like this. Then here, and we have this like this here, maybe something like here, then a hand finger like here. I like to do something with those closed fingers, but maybe this is interesting for this. Yeah, it's also nice with composition with the other hands, or something like this. Yeah, this could work. Let's rotate it again. Make this a little bit more easy to draw. Then let's keep sketching. Fingers like this. And this here, maybe we can even make a rule here. So we can make this one a little bit more cartoonish. We got them, yeah, maybe even a little bit stylistic. So this could work if you have a more zoomed out hand or something. But not always have to be super realistic, right? Depends a bit on the style you're drawing. You can also take this one and make it more realistic. So here, making this wrist a little bit shorter. And this finger, something like this. Don't think I will draw any nails here, but I will draw these fingers really sharp. This here. Nice curly line here. And let's go here. And let's draw this line here. So it's more cartoony and not really anatomical correct. I'm going for a little bit stylish. Hence, to show that's also possible. And of course, it needs to fit the rest of the character. But for example, if you're working on an animation or something, you can maybe choose to go for more hands like this, if you want to draw female hands. Let's see. Here. And here. So maybe this here, so there's more space there. Yeah. Let's see, maybe here. So of course you could draw in Niels. That doesn't feel right with the rest of the, the design. And I think it's interesting to also show here one. It's a bit more stylistic again. Could also move, exaggerate this line a little bit more. Let's see how that would look. Like this. Also choose to go more like this here. Choices, choices, choices. Let's see. Let's just I just duplicated that layer. And then I'll just try to see how this feels and looks. Which one do I like more? I actually do think I like this more. Let's keep this one. Then here, this line here. Just a little bit thicker. Go down here. This line here, line here. Yeah, I think this could work. And now let's add some color. Let's start with this color, and we can always change it. I think it's cool to have some different colors here. I think this is a bit too yellowish, maybe a bit orangey. So like this, I think this is cool. Down here. Here, this part. Here. Let's fill this part. Let's come down here. And this part. This part. And let's make this light. And here. This. Yeah, I think that could work. So there are tons of ways to draw hands differently. So like this. So I haven't really drawn a closed hand. So maybe I could do that. Let's think. What am I going to do next? I think a closed hand would be interesting because I haven't shown that yet here with these kinds of hands. Let's think. Let's take the right brush. Let's go this size. So when you're out of ideas, yeah, just give your mind a little time to think. What we could do is, let's see if that's going to work. It's a little bit hard without any photo reference or something. So I'm trying to think of it. So here we have finger that is going this here, and then we have a finger that is pressing against that other finger like this. Then we have a line that's going like this, and a finger that goes loose a bit, like this here. Does that work? Maybe. Composition wise, it's really nice to have it here. So yeah, let's try to improve this. So you don't always have to draw all the knuckles, especially if you're drawing in a more simplified style. If you're drawing in this, yeah, more semi-realistic style, you are drawing a little bit more details, like some of the knuckles. So here, maybe it's a little bit like this here. Maybe I'm also not going to draw in the fingernails. So I don't draw in the fingernails when the hand is not zoomed in. I rarely draw fingernails when I'm just drawing a full figure character because it gets too much details. So I'm often thinking about the level of detail, but you can still make it female-ish by the shape of the fingers, this pointy end. It suggests that there's a long fingernail. Of course, a female doesn't need to have per se long fingernails. Often they are. So here, let's go down here and here. Like this. And we can draw your finger here. Oh, weird looking finger. So here drawing a little bit through the shape to think about how does this finger goes. Then look at the ebook for some more details about drawing those fingers. And the hands are really complex, so I try to keep everything as simple as I can. So here, and maybe make this less longer. Here. And let's erase these lines. Let's go down here. Here. Just trying to find some nice shaped fingers. here. A little bit here. Nice. In the corner. Here. This goes here. This goes split finger. And then it's here. Oops. This. And here this wrist. Down here. Yeah, that's fine. I do. There's some detail here, but I do like it. And maybe we can try to. What if we would draw nails here to do it? Yeah, just keep them simple. You can leave out the nails if you, because most of the time you are probably not drawing the nails in these hands. But now you've seen how, yeah, could do both. I have the feeling these are a little bit too short. So let's make it a little bit longer. Let's go here. And we can start giving some colors. Let's see. Let's add some color here. Let's here. And go down here. Point. Here and there. And this part. Let's fill this here. Up. And let's take some brush. Add the color. Let's give some shading. Let's give these lines. We don't always need to paint perfectly, just oftentimes just giving a little bit of a gradient is yeah, a lot of times it's enough. So here, yeah, let's make them dark. Of course, they don't always need to be red. But here, I do want to make the lines there a little bit darker. So, oh. This here, oh, made there a bit of a mistake there. here, put this, and let's make this brush here. It's here. Yep. So brush. And yeah, then we've drawn five female heads. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Thanks. See you in the next video.